What is going on, my Patriots? How y'all guys doing? Welcome to another edition of You Guessed It, Joel Davis Media Network. If it's your first time tuning into the broadcast, do me a favor. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell up top. Please like and share. Please like and share. Guys, I wanted to let everyone know that the following has happened with this channel as of tonight. Let me see where we at right now. We are at the following subscribers: 6,157. We were at 6,060, and overnight we have grown. Guys, I want to say once again, I appreciate my partner Maurice Delk for sharing my content. Hopefully he's sharing this broadcast so we can get more people in. It's a blessing to finally get to the point where I am being discovered. I want to thank everyone for this month for super thanks, randomly thanking me and donating me after hours. I appreciate that. A lot of you have participated in this $7 challenge and has not failed. I want to thank everyone for every cash app. Also want to thank everyone for every super chat that you have given me this month. And I also want to thank everyone who keeps sharing my content. And don't forget my members, the people who have subscribed to this channel. As soon as we can get a solid number of members, hopefully when we get to a solid 20 members, we will start doing members only videos once a week. Okay, that way you guys can get a taste of some of the more raw side of me that you haven't really seen before. So with that being said, again, thanks for everyone doing the things that they do. I really appreciate all of that. And like I said, there would be no me without you guys. You guys help make this channel. Every time you share this channel to someone, every time you in the chat, what's up, Roger? Every time you volunteer yourself to be a moderator, you are making this channel grow. I do this stuff for you guys. You are the fans. You tell me what you like to hear, and I try to make it happen. So with that being said, I appreciate every single one of you guys. So I have to put that out there before we get started. So with that being said, we got a lot of stuff to cover today, man. Woo! This tonight is gonna be. I should have named it more Blackistan versus Glacier Glider Valley, man. Cause I'm telling you now, there was some crazy stories on both sides of the fence that came out in America today of violence. I am going to get to the main story that I know you guys are here for, but there's probably going to be a couple more stories before that we're going to have to revisit and definitely discuss and talk about tonight in its entirety. All right. With that being said, let's just go ahead on here. Let me set up the first story that we're talking about. That's going to got everybody going to be definitely talking for a while. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. I'll give you one moment. Let me pull this up. Hold on, guys. I had to pull this up earlier. Hold on. Alright, so I was trying to find a news clip. I think I'm not. So give me 1 second, guys.
Grandpa stops rape of 5-year-old girl. Punches attacker.
I'm gonna get one more, y'all. Hold on. See what I can get. I don't think there's gonna be a video of this, so I may have to read it. I didn't want to, but I'm gonna have to. So this is gonna be a reading article. Well, I thought it was a video of it, but it's not. But we're gonna go to our board here. Give me 1 second here. You know what we go to. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell up top. Now, before I go, there's a trigger warning about this story here. If you have children that are under the age of 16, I would advise you right now to get them out of the room. Which I hope you ain't got children looking at my content anyway, because I am so raw. Okay? Also, if you are not about to handle anything about a child getting violated or hurt or in danger, and you can't handle that, I think you need to click this part of the broadcast off, because this is a trigger warning. I have to do this. So let me give y'all a few seconds to walk out. Let me do my theme music with y'all. All right. Okay. Everybody's out. Let's go. Shout out to my wife who think I'm crazy. You know I had it. You know I got to. Alright, guys. Here we go. This story here is about to be a little bit shocking. I don't have video footage of this, so I'm going to have to go and read it. So this is: Grandpa stops the violation of a 5-year-old girl. He punches the attacker, per the police. Graphic content warning. This story discusses again alleged crimes against children. Please be advised. Which I did that earlier. Let's jump into this story. The grandfather of a 5-year-old girl punched his daughter's fiance after discovering him violating the child, according to the police in Middletown, Pennsylvania. The grandfather walked past his granddaughter's bedroom on August the 24th and saw her sitting on the lap of Aaron Cunningham, who's 22, who looks like he's a weird ass 45, but that's another story, which he thought was weird. Thought initially thinking nothing more of it, court documents said. When he noticed the girl's bedroom remained too quiet, aka his internal instincts is kicking in, he returned to investigate and discovered Coggan in the corner of the room between the bed and the crib, exposing himself to the 5-year-old girl, who also had her pants down. The documents further explain. The grandfather then intervened, punching his daughter's fiance before yelling and calling the Middletown Borough Police Department, who arrived shortly afterwards and arrested Cunningham. The incident woke up a woman in the apartment who said that Cunningham told her he had blacked out during the incident and was sorry, according to the affidavit. He at first reportedly told police that his pants had fallen accidentally when he stood up, but later admitted that he pulled them down when he felt numb after the girl pulled hers down. Lord have mercy. It was going through my head if I should really do it or not, he said to authorities. According to the affidavit, which also noted that the girl claimed similar incidents occurred 5 times before, which Cunningham denied. Cunningham was charged with violation of a child, indecent violation, and unlawful contact with a minor, corruption of minors, and indecent exposure, according to a August 25th news release from the police. Now, Cunningham was arraigned on August the 24th and sent to Dauphin County Correctional Center, which he was unable to post a $150,000 bail. His preliminary hearing is scheduled for September 7th. I will keep y'all intrigued by this story. Okay, keep y'all updated. Guys, let me tell y'all something. We always said on this show, there's 2 things that we can bet on that don't lie. We know men lie, we know women lie. But numbers and children usually don't lie. And if that child said that she has been in a situation with this man 5 times, at least this was something that she's been groomed to do by this sicko. Another red flag on this guy. How are you 22 years old and supposed to be a fiance to a woman and you living with her parents? Don't you think that when you get to the point you start talking about marrying a woman, that you should have your own place? That's already a red flag for me. Another red flag is that how this guy was able to weasel his behind in these people's lives and make this grandfather feel like he was maybe an upstanding guy, someone of common sense, and did what he did. This guy is disgusting. And I hope and pray that this woman do not, for the love of God, do not go back to him. I'm serious. I hope she don't. I hope this woman has enough balls to say no. I'm not dealing with you. You put my child in danger. I don't never want to see you again. Now, in Blackistan, we have a problem with this type of situations. We have a problem because a lot of these mothers so busy want to have a man so bad that they will overlook these type of things, and that is so disgusting to me. I mean, y'all seen it all the time. We report on it all the time. And it's just disturbing that this man was this comfortable. And then he used the excuse blacked out. God, let me tell y'all something. I have drunk to the point that I have blacked out, okay? Really blacked out. And I have never violated no woman, no child, or anything in that manner drinking. So, he lying. This man is a predator. He has been preying on that little girl for the longest. I'm serious. This ain't no, I just did this. You don't do nothing like that. It's no telling how long he been doing this on behind these people back. Thank God the grandfather had maternal, they had the parental instincts to kick in and say, you know what, something is not right. Why is this guy in my granddaughter's room this type of night with her sitting on his lap? Thank God for this grandfather. He absolutely knew that this was an uncalled for. I tell you, man, you just don't know who you have in your home. All right, guys, we about to go back into this. Give me 1 second here for a moment. We're about to take a miniature break while we go to the next story. While we go on to the next story, we're going to give a shout out to my sponsors for tonight's broadcast. That's right. We got to play homage to the sponsors, guys. Here we go. And tonight's sponsors is this, guys. We about to go to these guys. That's right. Tonight's sponsors is 9 Line Apparel. Okay? Let me tell y'all something about 9 Line Apparel. I've been dealing with these guys now for about 5 months now. And let me tell you, I'm wearing the shirt right here, right now. I am a member with these guys. And all you got to pay is $19.99 a month. You get that. And guess what else you get? I still got this one. I got a lot of them. 9 Line beer koozies. Okay? I'm not telling you no lies, man. These people are the real deal. Not to mention, too, you also get to select all types of shirts, gears. Let me tell you what kind of gear these folks got, man. All right? They got molted metal signs. All right? I'm talking about cool signs that you can actually put up in your home, things of that nature. Look at these signs. Rip signs. If you like me, you into the Spartan America look, they have that as well. If you are old school Marine, they have that sign as well too. If you like the Don't Tread on Me, I love that one. They got that one as well, man. Oh, it's more to come. I'm not even finished. Let's talk about the shirts and stuff and other gears you can get. They even got all these tailgate type of hoodies, man. Kangaroo pocket, zipper pockets, you name it, they got it, man. Look at these. I even got one of these right now. I got that hanging up in my closet. Listen, man, I don't know what to tell you, but the only thing I can tell you is this. These guys are the truth. And if you want to get a discount with them right here, right now, put in my code, Joel Davis Media Net, and you will get 10% off. I repeat, Joel Davis Media Net. All you got to do is go to the link in my description box, click on it, and I promise you, you'll get hooked up. So again, check out 9 Line Apparel. If you're an American like I am, and you is a diehard patriot, these are the people to rock with. Alright, guys. Had to give you that from the sponsor. Let's go to the next story. All right, guys, this is coming out of Sydney, Ohio. Now, Sydney, Ohio is a little small southern town in Ohio, I would say. I know Ohio's up north. Sounds crazy. A northern town has a country southern type of feel. But in this case here, this is about a crazy story. I first heard of this story on World Star Hip Hop, but this story here, it's a lot to go into. So I'm just going to play the clip and I'm going to break it down for you as soon as we finish this story. Hit the like button. It's free, baby. All right, I'm waiting for it to load, guys. Give me one moment. It should be loading. It's a big page, so I'm going to have to, you know how that is with these big websites with all this JavaScript and all this mess. You got to wait until it loads up. So I'm going to have to wait till this thing fully loads up. Hopefully the camera will come in shortly, because I want to give y'all at least a decent video clip tonight with all this reporting. Alright, it finally loaded. So let me go ahead on here and let me pause this and get to playing it. No, Lisa, this is in Ohio.
Office about where this case stands.
Alright, so the video don't want to play. I'm just going to read the article because I know that time is of essence, and I know I have other videos that will play, so I'm not going to drag this one out. So here we go. So, no charges in Sydney, Ohio will be filed against a homeowner in the deadly shooting in Shelby County this week. A grand jury voted 8-1 against indicting the homeowner on charges, according to Shelby County Prosecutor Tim Sell. Shelby County Sheriff James Fryer previously told News Center 7 that he expected the panel to dismiss the case because of Ohio's new Stand Your Ground law that took effect in April 2021. Now, the House Bill 38 repealed the law which removed a person's legal duty to attempt to retreat or walk away before firing their gun in public. The law has been updated to keep Castle Doctrine, which says a person does not have to retreat in their home or vehicle before firing their gun. Exactly. News Center 7, by way of an information request, obtained doorbell video footage of James Ryle, who was 22, seconds before he was hit by gunfire, which he appeared to force his way into the home on the 2900 block of North Coulter Road on July the 31st.
It's about where this case stands today and why the shooter might not face charges.
And News Center 7's Kayla McDermott spent the day in Sydney. She talked with the neighbor who saw the shooting, and doorbell camera captured this violence.
2 days ago, a shooting happened right here at this home in Shelby County, and we just received video of what happened. This doorbell video shows the moment 22-year-old James Ryle walks up the steps to his ex-girlfriend's home on Coulter Road in Sydney. Seconds later, he's told to leave. You can hear the homeowners say, but Ryle decides to bang on the door, trying to force his way in.
Are you trying the door? Dad. No, don't answer the dad.
The Shelby County Sheriff's Office says this is the moment when Ryle broke the front door and began to go inside.
And my dad shot at him.
To immediately be hit with 3 bullets. That 911 call was made by Ryle's alleged ex-girlfriend, who lives in the home. In that call, you can hear the fear in her voice as the operator asks her to check on Ryle.
I don't want to look. Please don't make me look.
One person did look, though. Next-door neighbor Jeffrey Herford said he saw everything, as well as Ryle on the ground.
Just a shallow breathing. I was looking at the guy's hands. He didn't have any gun in his hands or anything.
Herford does not agree with the neighbors or the police report. He says from what he saw, Ryle never made it inside.
I don't see that. If he entered the house, why did he shoot through the door?
But with the new Stand Your Ground laws here in the state, Ohioans do not have to back down if they feel threatened on their own property.
Well, I think he had every right.
Which in the 911 call, you can hear the daughter agree with.
Dad, at that rate, there's nothing you could have done. You saved my life.
Now, I spoke to Sheriff James Fry here at the Shelby County Sheriff's Office. He told me that this case will go to a grand jury on Thursday, where he believes it will be tossed out thanks to the new Stand Your Ground laws here in Ohio. In Shelby County, Kayla McDermott, News Center 7.
You saw that, you heard that. Now, guys, me and my wife, what's up, Sonia? We talked about this particular case together. You know, I did make some little jokes about here and there, but I'm gonna be real about this tonight because, like me and her was saying, in all reality, it's not a joking matter. Listen, guys, the stand your ground laws and the castle doctrine is real now. They have set it up to where if you go into someone's house acting crazy, trying to act like you're going to take on the whole household, whether you got a weapon in your hand or not, you can be killed instantly. And there is nothing no one in your family can do about it. That's why you got to use common sense over emotions. This guy knew blame well that he had no business pushing his behind through that man's door. Okay? That man is telling you, do not come in there. I am armed. That is a warning. That man does not want to shoot you. And the neighbors who say, well, he wouldn't even hardly make it in the house. It doesn't matter. Once you knock entry and you are walking towards someone who has a weapon in their hand and have warned you that, and you on their property, you are done for. There is no turning back. Now, I will put a link in the description of the unedited version from World Star of what happened on Ring. It is, man, let me tell you, it's brutal. That dad didn't miss no shots, and when that young man, yeah, he brought that on himself. Now, the family is outraged because they took it to the grand jury last Thursday, and the grand jury said they're tossing it out. It was an 8-1 vote. The grand jury was like, nah, we cannot convict this man because the video on Ring shows that he was the aggressor, and that is that. So now, this man is not going to no jail, and his family, young boy's family is upset. Talking about justice wasn't served, they dirty, and that she hoped that they suffer. Listen, I understand the family's in pain. You know, I'm not going to sit here. What's up, Mo? Mo, my dog of the hour. I put some posts up there, man. I need you to share them, man, so we can get into this, man. Shout out to Maurice Delp. Me and him will be doing a show together very soon on my channel. Me and Mo gonna do one together. We gonna do a reaction show. I'm gonna try to set up where it's me, him, and Jericho all at one night. We gonna do our thing. We gonna talk the talk and walk the walk, man. We need to do another panel. Real talk, we definitely need to do another panel. But getting back to what I was saying, you cannot expect that this was gonna go well. You can't. Now, the thing about it is, with the family, his family, my condolences goes out to them on some realness. I know what it's like to lose a brother. My brother is dead and gone. I didn't lose him that way, but he is no longer with me. I understand, but you got to look at it at the real scenario here, the real situation here. Yeah, I know. And the real situation is that this young man was warned. And I wouldn't be surprised that if you look at the evidence on this case, this young man has probably threatened this family and this young girl more than once on her property. So for him to go and pull up like that, very comfortable, that means he done acted crazy before. So you can't blame this man. This man's got a wife, a daughter. He's probably even got other younger children in his home that he has to protect. So he did what any man's supposed to do. So you can't fault him with that. And like I said, I understand emotions are high. People are upset. People going to think the worst of him. But in the end of the day, before we leave this world, they leave this world, I hope that young lady finds it in her heart to forgive this man and see that her brother brought this on himself. Because you can't do that with people. You can't. Now, I know up north, they got some of the dumbest laws for protecting yourself when the threat comes. I know in New Jersey, this is dumb. In the state of New Jersey, you have to retreat from the threat. You have to literally run away from someone trying to kill you, which I think is the dumbest thing I ever heard. I would think you would want to fight back, but they don't do that in the state of New Jersey. I think in the state of New Jersey, you have to, if someone intrudes your home, you have to escape. If you don't escape, oh well. I guess you're just ready for the medical examiner to find out what happened to you. Sad but true. I know in Georgia we don't play that. My state, same way. Stand your ground is very strong. You break the surface and come in our home, you gonna get every piece of what you find. That's just what it is. No, exactly, Lisa. You live in a stand your ground state too. Alabama don't play that either. I understand. I know Alabama don't play it. South Carolina don't play it either. I don't know about North Carolina, because North Carolina got soft lately, but I know where I'm from, the real southern states, they don't play that, man. They don't play all that. All right, guys, let's get to another story here right quick before we go to the main potatoes. I had wanted to bring that one up. Guys, this one is coming out of Raleigh, North Carolina. This is a very tragic story. Again, trigger warning. If you are very sensitive when it comes to things that are done among children, you may want to skip this part of the video. If you cannot handle anything when it comes to any type of graphic violence towards not only just children, anyone, you may again want to skip this part of the video. Now, since I put the trigger warnings out, let's go over there to what's going on over here. Now, we about to play a clip, and this is from Cary, North Carolina, which is right by Raleigh, North Carolina. Raleigh, North Carolina has been getting a lot violent lately. Raleigh, North Carolina is the capital of North Carolina. That is where my boy Black Conservative Perspective is from. But yeah, they getting crunk over there. Raleigh is not the old nice little college town it used to be with the capital of the state of North Carolina. It's getting real ratchet. I'm going to play this clip, and then after I play this, I probably will stop in between to give you my commentary. Let's get it.
This is DeJuan, certainly this is a very disturbing case. We spent all evening trying to piece this all together to determine exactly what happened to those two little girls, a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. Take a look. This is who Raleigh police say is responsible for their deaths. This is 29-year-old Lanice Battle. Police identified her as the girl's mother. Now, according to arrest records, the crime happened on Saturday, and Battle was arrested on Sunday here at Duke Raleigh Hospital after police received a call. Now, we went
Man, if you look at that face right there, that's disturbing. Woo! That woman looks like, you ever see people's eyes, man? Her eyes look like it has no soul. She got rid of her 2- and 3-year-olds. Y'all, you know, when you a mother, I mean, and this is what is really bothering me lately. I thought that when you are a mom, that your whole goal in life is to protect your children at all costs. Like, your children are first. You know what I'm saying? And I look at some of these stories, and it just boggles my mind how these folks don't care about their children. I mean, they don't. They just will delete their kids like it's nothing. I've never seen a generation of people that is quick to delete their kids. I mean, and it's not just the women, man. We're talking about men too. They just get emotional. It could be about a custody battle. And you know, a lot of times it is about custody battle. It's like, oh, okay, that person wants shared custody, or that person got awarded custody of the kids. I got you. There used to be a time they used to run away. They ain't running away no more. They just killing the kids and themselves. Look at the man that we just had a episode about over there in Ohio. The gentleman got very upset because his baby mother was he had to share custody with his baby mother, and he decided to take the kids and basically get rid of them and himself. I mean, that's just a tragedy. I mean, there's a lot of sick people that feels that way, that do those things. They're like, if I can't have the child to myself to where I can control you, then guess what? Nobody's going to get the child. Jesus, man. This is just sick.
To the listed address for battle, but no one came to the door. I spoke with a few of her neighbors who didn't want to go on camera, though. They described always seeing small children at the home. Others said they would see kids playing in the front yard. Now, at this hour, we are still working to find out where this crime was committed and the exact cause of death for those two little girls. Meanwhile, battle is expected to go before a Wake County judge on Monday for her first appearance. Of course, we're going to keep you updated on this investigation, what happened to those little girls. That is a major point here, something that we're trying to connect the dots on, and hopefully we'll get information soon. Dewan?
Guys, you saw that. You heard that. That is a mental illness problem. I'm just going to be honest with you. That is a mental illness problem. I'm not going to say no more mental health, because everybody try to say mental health and therapy. I'm going to just saying mental illness. And the reason why I'm saying mental illness, because a lot of times these folks got mental illnesses that have gone untreated for a certain long period of time, or they got their own medication and they quit taking it. That's just what I'm seeing right here, right now, what's going on with this young lady. That's what I'm feeling. Because the children were playing in the yard one day and then she just snaps and do something like that. Yeah. And it happens a lot, man, in Blackistan. A lot of these black moms have a lot of turmoil, a lot of things that happen in their childhood that has never been addressed. And it causes all kinds of mental imbalance up there, and before you know it, you got situations like this. That's why I try to tell everybody that I know that's still in Blackistan, if you're going through any kind of trauma, get therapy, bro. See somebody, because it will help you. Now, those children are gone, just gone. This woman didn't even allow them to even get life started. Whew. And it's just, to me, man, it hurts. It hurts. Just like when I hear these stories about these women that abuse these children and put them in hot water and things of that nature, that be making me mad too. You know what I'm saying? And then when they go to trial or go to jail, they get so much a light time. I feel like, well, yeah, I'm glad you got the child out of the situation, but that light time of punishment ain't nothing. Because they get prated again, they going to do it again. Man, this is just sad, man. I feel bad for the whole family, man. And I'm quite sure she was probably, the father was either A, limited in the picture, or she probably pushed the father away. Cause to do something sick like that, bro, you gotta be on one, man. I'm just saying, you gotta be on one. That is wow. Again, my heart goes out to their family and the little girls, man. They didn't deserve that, man. Speaking of little girls, like I said, the one that y'all came here for, the trigger warning is the same as before. You can't handle these stories when it comes to children and it does something to you. You may want to step out the room, cut my sound off on your phone, maybe look at just the subtitles later on. I don't know. But I have to warn you before I go into the story. So let's switch back over to the star area of the show. And let's jump into this one. Again, I'll be stopping in between giving you my commentary.
Any death is tragic, but when there's a child involved, it really hits home.
Well, it's become the latest victim of gun violence in metro Atlanta. Neighbors are now concerned over their own safety. Late today, the Fulton County Medical Examiner confirmed to 11 Alive the girl was 7-year-old Ava Phillips, and she was shot in the head. Now those who live near where all this unfolded late last night are on edge about their own safety. And with that, here's 11 Alive's Karis Belger.
I stay in this building, like where it happened at, and as we were approaching my door, you just heard chaos.
Tia Wilson says she was coming home to the Camden Vantage Apartments late Saturday night when she heard loud noises.
As we were approaching my door, you just heard chaos. You heard like screaming.
Let me tell y'all about Atlanta.
It was like multiple people screaming, you heard dogs barking.
She says she went into her apartment with her mom.
Alright, hopefully it'll do that now. Alright, so let me tell y'all about Atlanta. What I've heard and what I've been told by a lot of people that live out there in my family and stuff. A lot of these apartments be looking all fancy, be looking all good, but it's hooded. Even if it's got a gated community in Atlanta, a lot of those places are still hooded. Okay, you still got Blackistan activity going on. Remember what I told y'all the story in Decatur when me and my wife went to the Burger King and she had to wait for them to open the door for her electronically. Then she had to ask for a key, and even before she could use the key, they had to open the bathroom door electronically with a button. This is how it is over there in ATL. I mean, that's how it is in ATL. It's a different monster. You know, you're not going to, everything ain't what it seems. A lot of smoke and mirrors. But this young girl here was with family. Yeah, Tony, we see you later, man. Thank you for hanging out, brother. I appreciate your loyalty and appreciate your support. Let's continue with the rest of the story.
Mother immediately after, but couldn't imagine what happened.
Like, it wasn't just like familyless, like laughing and screaming together at something. It was like a literal like trauma scream.
According to Atlanta police, a shooting took place stemming from a domestic incident that escalated. A 7-year-old girl inside the apartment where it took place was shot, and police say she died from her injuries. After this latest incident, Tia says she feels a little less safe. Zachary Fisher feels the same.
I don't like that it's this unsafe. I don't like that my girlfriend lives here and it's this unsafe.
In
Hey man, y'all heard that right? The glacier glider on this one. You know he's a liberal. That joker said, "Hey, my girlfriend lives here by herself, and I did not know. Is this unsafe? Welcome to Atlanta, brother. You in the middle of Blackistan. You ain't seen nothing yet. This is what they do over there. This is why Buckhead is right now petitioning to not be a part of Atlanta at all. It wants to be its own entity. These people over there in Buckhead, you know they are rich, stupid rich. We talking about entertainers. All of them got houses in Buckhead. They have got their own police force already. They done got their own private security. They just trying to go ahead on and push more to be away from Atlanta. They're trying to be their own community. And if that happens, Atlanta is about to go down in the dumps because that's where they get their money from. Buckhead is what keeps Atlanta afloat. That way all the good money at. That's the old money. Okay, remember when we did that before? I showed y'all how the houses look in Atlanta and Buckhead? Yeah. You can't stay in Buckhead in a house less than 750 grand. Well, nope, inflation is hit now, so I think it's 875 grand now. So if you ain't got 875 grand to spend, you ain't gonna be in Buckhead. Sorry. This is how it works. Let's continue.
November, at the same complex, 2 people were fatally stabbed in their apartment after authorities say the suspect was let inside. Zachary says it was in his apartment building. He's thinking of moving after the shooting Saturday night.
I don't feel safe enough to walk around without carrying, so I conceal carry around my apartment complex more than I do out in Atlanta.
Police say they're trying to piece together what happened. In Atlanta, Kara Spelger, 11 Alive News.
The search for the
Now, you're trying to ask yourself, how did we get here? Yeah, Lisa, it is dangerous. Buckhead is, but not like it was during COVID. They stopped. I'm trying to tell you. Look it up what Buckhead did. Buckhead turned that shit. They stopped that shit quick. I'm telling you now. Buckhead had like about 4 or 5 incidents that where people were getting robbed and getting messed up in their home. They hurried up as everybody started getting private security over there. So them jokers with money, yeah, you ain't running up in Buckhead now like you was. They stopped that real quick. They even got armed security guards now at the damn foods at Whole Foods in Buckhead. I'm telling you now. Oh, I will. Oh yeah, Lisa. Okay, Lisa. Then you know how it is over there in where they talking about. See, this is what happened. I think Camden Vintage Apartments probably was a good apartment complex for a while. Probably was safe. But when you get into a place where you start talking about defund the police officers start quitting, you having a very low chance of recruiting new officers, and then you turn around and you get all of these type of people coming into the apartment because you can't vet people like you used to in apartments, especially in these democratic settings, because all it takes is someone to say you discriminate against them and they on the lower color chart of the lower scale of the color chart, and that's a wrap. That's it. You got a lawsuit. So you got to let these folks come in their mind, and this is what happens. You get a whole lot of bad crime, a whole lot of people that don't know how to act with some sense. Also, so basically, I'll look it up, Anthony. So basically, Buckhead still having a problem over there. I just know the last time I was told they had got it somewhat under control, and they decided to that they was gonna secede from Atlanta. So if it's getting that bad, they probably are. Wow.
The person who shot and killed Ava continues at this hour. There's no word from APD on any suspects. If you have any information or you can help, call APD.
All right, we switching back to the main channel, main camera. I mean, guys, this is crazy. 7 years old. This little girl was in her apartment, supposed to be at a family gathering. And now they got one of the grown folks. It was a 44-year-old woman, and they looking for the 22-year-old boy. Both pulling guns out in the apartment with kids around. You can't make this up, man. Like, first and foremost, if you own a gun and you get to the point to where you are pulling the weapon in the apartment or a closed space where there's children around, that's not good. You don't need that gun. In fact, you need, you need some help, because that's not a good look. And now this child is dead, and now everybody's life is ruined. And I guarantee you, what they were fighting about was so petty. I guarantee it was so petty. I guarantee it was not worth it at all. Because usually when it comes to Blackistan situations like that, it's something petty. Probably something that happened way back in the day. Probably they didn't agree with a certain situation. And now you got a 7-year-old girl that'll never come back. And the daddy said in the report that he had just dropped his daughter off. Just dropped his kids off. They were supposed to be spending the weekend. So I guess he had custody, because he said they were spending the weekend with their mother. Telling you, man, you can't make this up, man. Y'all jump in the comment section tonight. Tell me what y'all think about these stories. Do you feel that the grandfather was justified in punching his daughter's fiance for trying to violate his granddaughter? Also, do you feel that what happened with the lady in North Carolina deleting both of her kids, do you think that was a mental health situation or more of a mental illness, or she was just fucking evil? And also with this story right here, what happened with the man that shot his daughter's his daughter's ex-boyfriend for breaking into his house. Do you think that was justified, or you think that he should have just ran and kept the 911 on the phone? And definitely tell me what you think about this story here, this last story about the 7-year-old girl. Alright, so please like, share, subscribe. Thank you everyone for coming out tonight. Appreciate y'all. I will try to be on tomorrow. If not, definitely Wednesday. Again, y'all know what it is. I'm out.